What's up, everybody? Okay, you got Jason with Jay's Automotive Customs here out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm getting ready to move my business, the whole entire yards. I'm shutting down everything, and I'm moving my business to Arkansas. Now, here's my dilemma. Over the last few months, I've been fighting a nonchalant bullshit fucking case with Child Protective Services, CPS, whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever state you're in, whatever they call it there, that's what I'm fighting for. Okay, now I've done everything that they've all asked me to do, from the social workers to the lawyers to the judges to the sheriff's department, the whole 9 y'all fucking yards. I've done everything. Like, I've passed everything that's going on. Alright, so here's my dilemma. Now, I come back to my sister's house, and because some nonchalant bullshit popped up, they decide, well, no, we can't let her reside with you. I was like, okay, hold the fuck up. I'm her father. I've been raising my daughter for the last 6 years by myself. And then they're going to tell me, well, you don't understand autism. Okay, I've known my daughter to have autism since the day she was born. I get it. I know it. I've lived through it. I have autism. I'm 41 fucking years old. I know what it's like to have autism. And if you're telling me I don't know how to raise a child with autism, you're stupid. Because now my daughter is going to the 3rd grade just within a 1.5 to 2 years of being in the 1st grade. My child is smart. She is intelligent. She knows what the fuck bee's knees is. She can get it together and just completely just blow your mind on the retrospect of what knowledge she has. Okay, kids out there with autism, and some of you parents might hate me, and some of you might not. Some of you might understand where I'm coming from. Raising a child with stage 1 or stage 2 autism comes with a price. Now, getting together what it is that your child knows and doesn't know, that can be a real challenge. It absolutely can. And I'm not denying that. Now, when you realize that your child, whether it's your daughter or your son, or your niece or your nephew, whatever the case is, when it comes to that child having a certain level of autism and intelligence, and then you're going to have the county or the state or the state government, someone along those lines, or the courts that are going to tell you that, oh no, you're not capable of raising that child because they're beyond your realm. Okay, I birthed that child. I spit that child out. I've raised that child for the last 6 years, and you're telling me I don't know what the fuck I'm doing? What is wrong with you people? Like, Lord Jesus. Okay, give me a second to gather my mind. Let me see what I'm saying next. Okay, so when it comes to an autistic child, okay, they have certain disabilities. They have certain abilities that can progress them. So when you're telling me that I don't understand an autistic child, and I was autistic as I was growing up, now here I am, 41 years old, raising an autistic child of my own by myself. So who are you to tell me that I don't know how to be a father, that I don't know how to have the respect and the dignity and the admiration of being able to raise a child by myself? I've been there and done that by myself for the last 6 fucking years. So the courts and the attorneys and the DA and the social workers, you know what, no offense, I don't mean no disrespect, But all of you can kiss my fucking ass. Because I've been doing this most of my life. I was in the system. I know the system better than half of y'all some bitches that run this system. So it's gotten worse over the years. Over the last 20, 30 years since I was in the system and before I was adopted, all that crap has gone out the fucking window. They make new regulations, new furloughs, the whole 9 yards. So when you're telling me that I don't know how to raise my child and I've been in the system more and more obligations of what my child's going through, I went through that 3 times fold. I remember showing up on the side of Bragg Boulevard just to have a 5-10 minute visit with my mother. No, today you have to have at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 social workers inside a courtroom or inside a closed enclosure or a space to where they can monitor you and how you react to your children or your child or your daughter, your son. Okay, I don't need somebody to tell me how to raise my fucking child. I've doing this all my life. I've been in the system. I've been there. I've done it. I've fought it. And I got out of it. So for you to tell me I need to follow all of your guidelines, you done got me 7 ways from Sunday stupid. Like seriously, people, come on. Why do you let these states and these government entities try to rule your fucking life? No. Fight the fuck back. Because what I'm doing right now, I'm going to tell you this right here real and quick. My daughter is my sweet pea. That's my angel. That's my baby. That's my everything. And there ain't a fucking single God blessed fucking entity in this world is going to stop me from keeping my daughter. Period. Now, she might have been in the system for about 7, 8, 9 months. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Daddy's fighting. And Daddy's going to get her back regardless of who's on my side. I don't give a fuck. But my baby is my baby. And I will never stop fighting. I don't give a fuck how long it takes. If she gets adopted, my boys have already been up. Whatever they choose on their siding, they know where Daddy is. Daddy's always going to fucking be here. And there ain't no fucking issue with that at all. I will take that until I take my last breath, period. Nothing at all in this world is going to stop me from my kids. At all. I don't give a fuck who you are. Excuse my language. I don't mean to sound derogatory. I don't mean to sound out of place. But I'm telling you this right now. These courts have got me fucked up 7 ways from Sunday. And I'm not going to fucking deal with it no more. I've filed with 4 other families with a $2.5 million lawsuit. It's got the same instances of what I'm going through. False documentations, false statements on court documents, false statements in front of a judge, false statements in front of a lawyer, false statements in front of a social worker. I've got the whole goddamn fucking 9 yards, and I don't give a fuck if you got something to say against me or not. I don't give a fuck. But someone's gonna listen to me, because when I get done, I'm going to run through this motherfucker like a damn 5,000 mile marathon. I don't give a damn. I'm going to keep doing what I have to do in order to make sure that my daughter and my sons are taken care of. And I don't give a fuck what nobody has to say about that. If you don't like me, so say it. Just fucking post something. I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to look at it and laugh at you. I don't give a damn. Period. Right now I'm in a zone where I'm trying to collaborate with my mindset on what's going on with my daughter, what's going on with my sons. And right now my daughter is my main focus point. She has been through more than you can ever possibly fucking imagine. And I hate it for my daughter. My daughter is my sweet pea. Everything she's going through, all she wants is Daddy. And I'm Daddy. But what hurts is the fact that I can't talk to her exactly when I want to. Or exactly when she wants to talk to me. She can call me anytime she wants to. She knows that. But having to fight for your parental rights and having to fight to make sure that you're in contact with your kids, even though they're inside the system, and you're trying to fight to get them out of that system, that, like, you have no idea the pain and the management that it takes to keep that locked up inside, and to keep that in a peripheral where you see what's going on the outside, but at the same time you see what's going on the inside. And a lot of people don't understand that. When it comes to your children and being able to protect them and keep them from an injustice system that the government tries to control you and tries to give you bullshit and lies and controversy, that's not fucking right. There ain't no reason in this world, back in the 1800s, a child was raised with walking out in the fucking pasture at 5 o'clock in the morning, feeding the hogs, feeding the chickens, feeding the goats, feeding the ducks, feeding, the livestock. That's 5 years old. And now you're talking about, well, your child is not capable because she can't comprehend. Man, fuck you. Do you know how stupid you fucking sound right now? Kids these days, if you raise them the right way and raise them in morals and respect and dignity and give them the admiration of the morals you were raised in when you were a kid, back in the, I'd say all of the 80s and late 70s. Okay, now we're Gen X. We grew up in a different fucking whole entire atmosphere. Like, period. There was nothing to tell us we couldn't do nothing. We made it happen. That was it. You were told to go outside and don't come back until the street light came on. Bitch, you better have your ass back to that fucking house 5 minutes before that street light came on. And if you were caught going to the store without permission just because you had a little bit of candy money in your pocket, yeah, watch your mama come marching on that goddamn that little dirt path coming behind the store, and she snatched both your asses up and drag you back. At the same time, she's whooping both of your asses. These kids these days, I don't understand how the fuck you're making it and living it with it. That's just insane to me. Now, my point is, what I'm getting down to is, I'm fighting for my daughter. I'm doing everything that the courts are asking me, all the judges, all the lawyers, all the superintendents, all of the social workers, the whole 9 fucking yards. I'm doing everything. But what makes no sense to me is that, I call you on the phone constantly. You've got my phone number. You've got my emails. You've got my messages. But you're telling me that, oh no, you haven't made no calls. We have nothing from you. Bullshit. That makes me so fucking mad because I've done everything. And now you're trying to make a decision, okay, well, Mr. Sanders has no contact with the courts, no contact with his lawyers, this and that and the third. And you're lying through your fucking teeth because I've made calls. I've left voice messages. I've left text messages. I've done the whole 9 fucking yards. And you want to tell me that you had no contact? No. The no contact is me contacting you and leaving all these messages and all these voicemails, and then you don't call me back. Then you want to drop your ass from my case. Now I have a problem. That's fucked up. Alright, so I'm going to calm down a little bit because I'm kind of irritated. Okay, when it comes to your children, whether it be your daughter or your son or your stepson, your stepdaughter, your cousin, your niece, your nephew, whatever, you're raising them. And what comes down to the fact is that, you have a certain love for that child. And what happens is, at the end of the day, you get kind of a feeling that nobody else fucking cares. But see, what a lot of the state, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry. Let me pause for a second. Whatever your state agency is, now you want to back out. Now you want to give an attitude. Now you want to say that. Sorry. Now you want to say that, there's nothing else that individual can do. Well, I call bullshit on that. Because, when you have a support group of family members and friends that have been there with you, they've seen it happen, they've seen what's going on, they understand the circumstances, and then sometimes a lot of that's thrown out the window, but a lot of the times that those circumstances are kept in secret. Okay, so when you're dealing with a child that's been taken from you, illegally, by the way, that, false accusations have been made, false documents, false statements in the court, false attachments to documents that you're presenting in front of the judge. When a social worker doesn't realize exactly what she or he are doing, they're going to fuck up somewhere along the way. And when I say fuck up somewhere along the way, I mean that, okay, you're making a accusation. Okay? Now, here it is for me, as the person that's being accused, to either attach myself or present myself in front of the accuser. Now, by state and federal law, that means that I have the right to ask the name of that certain person or that certain accuser, so that I may be able to confront them in front of law enforcement or some kind of a law official that would see that transaction or that conversation take place. What a lot of people don't know is that when you do that, they can file a trespass charge or a harassment charge. Yes, by legal law, they can do that. But when it comes down to fighting for the custody of your child, you have all of those rights and all those admonitions in order to ask those questions, and they have to give you a full answer whether a law enforcement officer or attorney is present there at that time. And I've done my research. I've done my my research and my lookup on those exact laws, depending on the state. Whether you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, Missouri, it doesn't matter what state you're in. Each state has their own individual laws. But when it comes to North Carolina, I have the full right to fight any accusation that's flown against me. So, my ex-wife, 2 schools, and one of my former employers. I'm not going to mention that name because that kind of puts me in a mode. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go about it like this. I got 3 accusations of false and negative neglect. So, 1, my child's coming to school dirty. Bullshit. Got brand new school clothes, brand new uniforms, takes a bath 3 times a day. There ain't no way that my child's coming to school dirty. Period. I'm not going to have that. No. So that was the first one. The second one was, I'm letting my child run around a mechanic shop that I got heavy machinery and cars up on lifts and things like that. Okay, look. I'm 41 fucking years old. I've been working on cars for over 30 plus years. I grew up in the shop. I was in the shop before my daughter is the age she is now. I was in the shop at fucking 3-4 years old, making cardboard patterns so my grandfather can put the bolts back in the right place. So, what is your problem with my child being in a mechanic shop and working with me and handing me tools and handing me parts and handing me accessories and anything to deal with me putting the job back together. There ain't nothing fucking wrong with that. Man, y'all people are stupid. Either you're stupid or you just didn't grow up the right way. Like, you lost out on a lot of childhood shit. Because I grew up in a mechanic shop. I grew up turning wrenches. I grew up learning how to do motor rebuilds, transmissions, rear end, suspensions, timing, the whole 9 yards. I learned how to pull motors and put motors in. But you're going to tell me that it's a hazard that my child spends time with me in a mechanic shop where I work and I live? Are you fucking serious, man? You know how stupid you sound? That's absolutely, like, asinine. Like, wow. I just don't get it how some of these adults these days feel that putting a car on a lift and a child coming in there and helping with it you being your own child, and you're trying to teach them a lesson, you're trying to teach them something, trying to give them some advice and some guidance, and you're going to call that child abuse. How the fuck is my child being in a shop with me and learning a life skill child abuse? You know how ridiculous you sound? Like, you've got to be kidding me. I was in there at 3-4 years old. My daughter's 8. My child can hand you a 9mm, a 10mm, a 9/16, a 5/8. She can hand you a 15. She can have you a 19. She can hand you a 22. She can hand you a ratchet gun. Tell you which way it's going to go. Is it going to loosen it or lefty? Lefty, lefty, righty, righty. So, I mean, like, I don't get it how the state can regulate you and tell you how to raise your fucking child. You're the parent. You're the one that gave birth to them. From the time you conceived that child, when you made love that night and that child popped in 9 months later, you're responsible for that. You're responsible for her goals, his or her goals, her responsibilities, his or her responsibilities, the whole 9 yards. You have a obligation. That's not a given. That's a responsibility. That's a what's the word I'm looking for? Lord Jesus, help me right now. It's not just an obligation, because God gave you that. That's a gift. That's a intuition of you can make your life better. And if you can do that, why not take what I've given you as a blessing, as an entourage, to help you carry on that legacy of the skills and the momentum that I taught you? So for them to tell me that my daughter is nonverbal and non-vocal, my daughter can speak her ass off. She can speak full sentences. If she don't like you, she ain't talking to you. I mean, what the fuck you want me to say? That's just stupid. Like, you know how retarded you sound? To tell me my dog is nonverbal and beyond autistic. We're all autistic. If you think about it, every single fucking one of us that walk this earth are all autistic. We all have our challenges. We all have things that we cannot overcome. We all have things that make us who we are. And what's crazy about it is, if God gave you that gift, then you got the gift. If you don't, you don't. I mean, seriously. I don't know what else to say to you. But having the gift that I have and passing on to my daughter, and her already loving turning wrenches, she's already built 2 motors with me. That's fucking awesome sauce. I built a 442 and a 490. And she helped me do all of it. She helped me set the torque specs. She helped me set all of the twines, everything. All the lifters, all the rollers, the whole entire fucking 9 yards. She did it all with me. And I feel proud because I taught her that. So who are you to judge me and tell me that I'm not going to be a good father? Who are you to judge me and tell me that I don't have rights? Who are you to tell me and judge me that this is not the right person for my daughter? I'm the one that gave birth to her. I didn't spit her out my gut, but I spit her from the other way. I made that child. That child is mine. And you have no right in this world to take that child from me and tell me I'm going to be a bad parent. Man, fuck you. You done got your goddamn self stupid 7 ways from Sunday. Have you lost your fucking minds? Like, the government is not who the government used to be. It's a whole different fucking world now. But when you try to take someone's child from them and steal their child from them and place them somewhere they don't want to be when they want to be with either their mother or their father, and you're going to tell me I'm in the wrong and I don't have a right to raise my daughter or my son? Man, fuck you. Have you lost your fucking mind? I swear to the heavens above, this government right now has got me so fucking pissed off. It's unreal. Like, seriously, it's unreal. No chance in this world I'm going to let you take my daughter from me. I'm going to fight until tooth and nail until I take my last motherfucking breath. And there ain't nothing going to stop me from that. God, take me if you want to. Good. Devil, we going to have a fight. But I'm going to end this with a notation of, don't ever give up on your kids. Don't ever give up on the fact that you have something that's burning inside you, that God gave you a gift and a vision of something that you really wanted to do in life, and you got the skills to do that, and He gave you that. He blessed you with that. My thing is cars. My thing is dealing with mechanics. Everybody else has their own story. Everybody else has their own path that they wanted to take of something they really want to do in life. Me, it's cars. So don't drop down and don't think less of yourself, of the gifts and the advice and the wisdom and the skills that God gave you. Because it could turn better out than what you think it could. And when I say that, I mean that, like, you know, you do something all your life and you get so good at it. And then, you know, the next step comes along. The next step comes along. You learn something new. There's always something new to learn in life. Whether it's mechanics, electronics, whether it's carpentry, whether it's woodwork, whether it's HVAC, whether it's, you know, manufacturing, whether it's packing trucks, making tires. It doesn't matter what the fuck you do in life. God gave you a skill, and God chose a plan for you and a path for you. And if you allow Him to guide you on that, then you allow yourself to take a better path. Sorry, my phone's been kind of wavering back and forth to the left and right. My camera's a little bit off. I got water damage. But that's my gist. God gave you a skill. God gave you a certain path that He wanted to choose for you. He wanted to give you something that you could rely on. And something that you could look back on, say, hey, yeah, I know how to do that. Hold on. Let me make a couple of decisions and let's see what we got going on right here. You can make a decision of making sure wherever it is that you chose to go as far as employment or skills or training or anything like that, you can choose your own fucking path. I did. I chose cars. I chose mechanics. I chose something that I have a passion for. It's not a job. It's not a hobby. It's a passion. I wake up every day thinking about cars. I wake up every day or go to sleep every day thinking about cars. I look at engines or motors. I have nightmares about cars I work on. You have no idea. But something I've learned is to be grateful for that skill that God placed in your head and something that you want to follow for your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, alright, for instance, when I was 21, I thought about just calling it quits. Just traveling across the U.S., doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do. Didn't give a damn about nothing. But I graduated college, and I had 3 degrees under my belt. All of them automotive except for one, business management. So I got that. I studied my ass off and put myself through college. Didn't have a scholarship, didn't have a tuition, nothing like that. So, around 2001, 2002, I decided I was going to move back to North Carolina. Fucking hated the biggest mistake I ever fucking made. Now, here we are 20 years later, and I own and run and manage my own business. I've got business commercial accounts all over the place. I've got a reputation, I've got a name. I made something of myself. I didn't want to just fall back and just say, fuck it, let the world take me. No, the world ain't taking shit from me. I'm making the world, and I'm taking shit from the world, period. Alright, so I'm in this conversation right here because there's a few choice words that I really don't want to put on the internet. And there's a few people and a few things and a few names that I'm not gonna blast out there because I have more respect for them and I have more respect for myself. But it deals with making something better of yourself. And I'll leave it at that. Alright, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for following me. If you've got any advice or something you want to say or something you want to post, something you want to give a comment on, you know what? No hatred here. Send me something. I don't give a fuck if you hate me or not. Send me something. Let me hear it. Let me see it. Let me read it. I'm good with it. I have no hatred at all. I'm a single father. I'm trying to raise a daughter. I'm trying to manage things the best way I know how. And my mama taught me well. So, I'll take anything you want to say. I'll accept it all. I don't care if it's derogatory or not. So, let's see. I'm actually dying to see these comments and see what's up. Because, I'm sure there's a lot of fathers and a lot of other mothers that are out there, single parents, that know exactly how the fuck I feel. And I highly 130,000,000% doubt that there's not a parent out there that disagrees with me. So, let's see what's going on. Love you guys. I appreciate you watching my channel. My prayers and my blessings to all of you and your families. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody is congenial and respectful. Be kind to your neighbors. Be kind to those around you. Show love where it needs to be showed. And let's do this, man. Let's be a better person. Let's be a better world. Let's be a better persona of the person that we thought we could be better than. Alright? Love you guys. Hope y'all have a blessed day. And happy 2025, I guess. Alright. Peace.